Have IGN just leaked an open beta and a launch date time frame for Arknights Endfield? Now, we've been coping a lot on this channel about the game's launch and about another beta, and we've got some more copium. Now, this could just be total misinformation, or as we speak right now, an intern is getting chewed out for releasing info that's not necessarily supposed to go out yet. Now, does this mean that Hypergryph are about to announce something? I don't know. Let's take a look. This is not the first time this has happened in the gaming space, right? But I can't refresh this because this tweet's now been deleted. But if we look at this post here from IGN, they were like tweeting about, you know, the Gamescom Enfield booth and how it's cool and the things you can do and the cosplays and all this sort of stuff. And they finalized it with this tweet here. If you're keeping up with our Gamescom coverage from afar, you can check out Arknights Endfield open beta now, ahead of the game's launch on mobile and PC next year. Now, this is like super confusing because it's like, there's no open beta out at the moment, just the playable versions of the game that's been exposed. And as far as we're aware, the game's going to be launching on mobile, PC, and console all together. And this doesn't mention console, so that's potentially, you know, just total bollocks, like, right? This has been deleted. Again, if we go to the thread here, right, this is all that's on the thread now. The other tweets have now been deleted. I think they've tried to, like, remove the others, so specifically that one doesn't look like a, that one's been deleted. Now, this is sponsored by Griffline, right? So this is kind of odd. So, like, if we actually go over to the, we're going to reject all of those, the actual, you know, article on the website here, we can see them talking about the game going down, and I don't think they mention anything in here about it at all. They just mention about, you know, the actual, like, booth. Oh, it's a sponsored article, so it's not a massive stretch to think that maybe, with them being a big media company, right, that they've got some insider information about something that's about to be announced, because this has happened in the past where games are about to make announcements, the feed media places some information so those guys can get ready with their articles and their marketing for the game, if you will, their media outputs, to get it out as soon as that notification goes live from the company. The media can do their work in getting eyes on the game, on the prize, if you will. So I'm thinking, potentially, was this a scheduled tweet that was supposed to go up after Hypergryph announced something? Or are IGN just talking bollocks? Now, it won't be the first time IGN have been caught talking bollocks. They do it all the fucking time, right? But it's just really weird because we had that pop-up in China at that mall, and then making that post of, let's forget all the conversations about the open beta. I'm paraphrasing that there. And everybody kind of got hyped up about that. Like, why are they even talking about the beta, bro? What's going on there? You know, this is just a pop-up in a mall. It feels like it's a weird one, right? And now this, and obviously, I've been coping for another playable version of the game before release, because I've been saying, I think the game's coming out in 2026, right? Now, if this is correct, then the game's coming out in 2026. But again, it's a little bit weird because there's no open beta, at least right from this, as I'm recording this. Maybe that might change in the next few hours. But also, they don't mention console as well. So it's like one of those where the tweet itself really just doesn't make sense. The fact that they've put that out, it's just like, it feels like a weird one. I don't know why they just make that up, right? I feel like maybe they're in the know and they just weren't supposed to release this information yet. And as I say, an intern is getting his ass chewed out right now, getting absolutely destroyed by somebody at the company because they messed up and scheduled a tweet that wasn't supposed to go up yet. So it'll be really interesting to see, because obviously we've got an update day for Arknights today. If Hypergryph and Enfield actually announce anything today in the next couple of hours about a beta, because look, I've been saying end of August we're going to get a major announcement, and the reason I think that is just because of the marketing, right? Gamescom, Tokyo Game Show coming up and all that sort of stuff, and it's just, this is really kind of spooky now. We're coming up to around the end of August. It's the 28th right now. Are we about to get an announcement for a new beta, and an open beta at that as well? So everybody's going to potentially be able to get their hands on it, and the game's going to be coming Q1 of 2026. Because I've been saying that for ages now, right? People think it's October, but this kind of goes into line with what I was expecting. A beta potentially at the end of August into September. and a launch next year. The marketing, build it up with more extra hype for a new playable version of the game, potentially with the option to spend. I wouldn't think the game will come out in 2026 if that was the case, so probably not going to have that. But are we like huffing hopium again here, guys? Is this real hopium though? I don't know. But as I say, if we go to the tweet, it's not there now. Like, I think Chaotic even posted about it as well. I've got to be careful with Twitter because you know what Twitter's full of. But yeah, it's a spooky one, this is. It's a spooky one. I think potentially, I'm kind of, obviously I'm coping, right? But I'm kind of thinking that maybe IGN are in the know to something that we don't know about. And we're about to get an announcement for an open beta for Arknights Endfield. And the game is coming out next year. It would make sense to announce an open beta now and the launch window of the game, and then potentially come the end of September, the Tokyo Game Show, after the beta ends, the actual date's announced. It just kind of, it all goes together, right? It makes sense. Now, again, I am coping. This could be all bollocks. This could be just IGN absolutely spamming misinformation, total crap out there. Wouldn't be the first time. But I don't know, man. I'm coping, but this just smells like something's going to happen. And hey, I hope they're right. I hope we're getting a beta, and I hope it's open. I hope everybody gets the option to play it as well. I really do. Hopefully everybody gets the option to play it. We get to see what's changed, and everybody can just experience this game, because I am incredibly excited for this game. I'm looking forward to it, and I want more people to check it out, and I want the game to be a success. So here's hoping, right? Here's hoping. We've just got a leak that we are actually going to see an open beta, and Hypergryph are going to announce something soon, and Griffline are going to announce something soon, and we'll be back in potentially a few hours or maybe tomorrow saying, yo, they were right. There is going to be an open beta and the game's coming out. I don't know. I guess we'll keep our eyes open. I'll let you guys know as soon as I know anything. And yeah, copium's back on the menu, boys. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Ta-ra.
Arknights.